All right, so we're going to try to do some Hardspace Shipbreaker. Let's make this work. Let's try it anyway. And off we go. We're going to continue this ghost ship, and it's a Gecko, salvage runner Gecko. I need to remember to buy one repair kit. Right. I think my sound is not working. Why is my sound not working? Why is my sound not working? What is going on with the sound? Maybe that will help? No. Maybe this will help? No. How about this? No. Okay. Why is my sound not working? Oh, there it goes. Alright. So maybe it is working. Alright, so we're going to continue this. Got a piece down here floating around. Don't know what that's about. Kind of light. Grab that. Grab that light. Send it down there. What's the story with this? I can't remember, but get over there. Get rid of that thing. And what are you doing here? Get out of here. We also got some nodes still, I think. So let's see if we can figure these nodes out. Yep, we still have nodes. They're still screwing with me. If you don't know what those nodes are, they are basically some kind of alien technology that is infiltrated some of these ships. And so what you do is you get rid of it. Let me go ahead and take these side panel things off. They're really heavy. This is really heavy. These little things. So let's get that ready. Get rid of that. Make sure there's no nodes on it. Get rid of these little nozzles. They're extremely heavy. And get rid of it. Get rid of that. Up, over a little. There you go. Alright, so let's do some scanning here. See if we can get rid of these nodes. There's one. And there's another. There's usually about 10, but I've lost count. There's one there. And there's one there. See if I can get rid of this one. It's on the outside. Yep, it is. Where's that other one? Here. No, that's another thing. I didn't take care of that. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Careful, important to good timing. And we got it. Alright. Sweet. Time that one right. Otherwise you get electrocuted. So that was that. Any more little nodes? There's one. There's two there. Let's get rid of this. While we're at it, this needs to go away. Just do that on here. Gotta be careful not to hit that thing, because it will catch fire. But you have to take out these things around it. The only way to do that is with fire. So there you go. These other panels don't matter. You can scorch them all you want, but that panel you cannot scorch. Okay, I think this last one might be the last one. You can tell because the announcer voice changes. Nope, I can still hear things going. So something's still a node here somewhere. I need to find this node, get rid of it. I think, is that it? Right there, on top of the reactor, of course. So, I don't know if we can get it right now. No, we'll see. Let's give it a shot. If we can get close to it. We have to take off these panels. And you can typically get rid of it if you can line yourself up correctly. So the panel behind it is not susceptible to fire. So if I can manage to get rid of it, that should get rid of it. Not sure. That might have done it. I don't know. We'll try. I like to think so. Oh, it did close this. So maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, we're trying. Let's see. Get rid of this thing. Not working. Alright, so let's get rid of this piece because it's heavy. And you have to cut it out by cutting out this aluminum. These aluminum bracers. Get rid of them. Ooh, nice big ship over there. Just got blocked on my light. And I think I can barely make that. And there's that one. Okay. I think that might be free. It seems to be. So I'm going to go ahead and send that to the processor. And the other side of it needs to go as well. Alright, so that gets rid of that. Nothing else is moving. This is ready to go. So let's these lights. Gotta be careful of these lights because they're right next to that pipe. And if you pull it the wrong direction, it'll scrape that pipe. This one don't care about because it's not near the pipe, but you gotta be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Good. Doesn't have any nodes. Where is a node? No, still a node because her voice is still funny. Where's the other node? It's around here somewhere. Where is it? Trying to get these thrusters out of there. Not beat them up too much. Get out there. Right. Get out there. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright, Let's get rid of this stuff. Panels all the way. That one's stuck. That one's not. It should still make it, that's fine. The panel is still attached. And I think there's some furnace bits here. So I can't detach that yet. I have to kind of detach it a little funny way, so I'm gonna have to come in here and do this. Be careful that something behind it is not being cut. I think so. I think I'm getting it correctly. Trying anyway.
5 minutes left, Cutter. You know what you're doing? Okay.
Okay. 5 minutes. Okay. So, cutting this off. And then this little piece here. Alright, that did it. Okay. So this is all processor. It should be free. And since we get rid of that, we can get rid of this thing behind it. Over here. So let's get that one motivated. Moving. The right direction. It should go around that object. Hoping anyway. So don't go in the furnace, please. I think it will be okay. This piece is a little bit tricky. I think that's ready to go, yeah. So that can come out. Give it a nudge. And then just boink.
Caution. Tether supply depleted.
Depleted. It sure is. It is depleted. Hey, that knocked it in. That needs to be knocked in. Come on, you. Get in there. Alright, let's go get some more. Get more tethers. Tethers are your friend. You need tethers.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you.
This game, I'm well past the story, so that's the reason that I'm not bothered by the story anymore. I just decided to keep working for the company, so I am now making a profit. No longer under the debt situation. So that's the reason the debt's not climbing. And that's the reason that I am also not costing a lot of money. So the debt really kills you in this. So once you're out of debt, you start really making money. And that is what's going on here. So that's the reason for that, in case you wondered. A lot of the story is about getting out of debt, so I'm already out of debt. But I like the game still. I like taking apart some of these things. So I'll do it for a little while. You know, I'm enjoying the game. So we'll go ahead and play it for a bit. Check that piece. Yeah, it's good. Should be good. Oh crap. Pull yourself out of the processor. Yes, okay, good. Yeah, you don't want to be processed. I promise. Don't process yourself. You really don't make a lot of money that way. So, just in case, just a little tip there. Turns out you are not worth a lot of money. Technically.
One minute left on the clock, Cutter.
That light is worth more money than I am. Sadly. I mean, humans are priceless, right? So they're replaceable. Technically. Yeah. So, worth more, but not from a recycling point of view. Hey. I don't know what that is. There we go. Hello, how you doing? Glad you came. Thanks for coming. Just put me on the background and ignore me, okay? Or listen if you want. Playing Hardspace Shipbreaker, which is a nice little puzzle game, I guess. It's where you sort of take apart a ship in shifts, and you. I'm starting my new shift right now. You only get 15 minutes a day, and you have to take as much off of the ship as possible. It cost me $85,000 a day for rent of the facilities and everything, and my tools, which my tools don't cost anything anymore. I already paid them off, so I'm just recycling. That's what I'm doing. Cycling all the components. Some of them go to the processor, which is there, and some of them go to the furnace. Some of them you just cut, you get rid of, just to get to other pieces. Like I want to cut this piece out by burning off these pieces to free this piece here, because that allows me to get better value out of it. It allows me to get the bigger value item. Back away. Oh, it's having a little trouble. But it's having a little trouble. But it should be good. Go ahead and get in there. Alright. Light. Lights go down there. No light. And lights go down there. Turn that off. Should free this thing up. Yes, it did. Okay, so tell it to go over there. Those are tethers, which give you a really good pull, you know. It's a way of pulling things that's stronger than you. And I think it's bumped up against something. I'll pull that off since it's free. This one is too. So that should be good. I hit my pipe here, so that's the reason it's expelling gas. This can go, I think. Let's send it up first. I'll take it and send it up. So I'll drag this whole piece up, kind of be out of the way. Here is a computer, which is sitting here. I'll go ahead and toss it down there, just recycle it. This is a special ship though, because it's got these AI nodes in it. AI nodes are these illegal devices, and you have to find those illegal devices and get rid of them. You can't recycle them. So I try to get rid of them. And the way you get rid of them is you throw them in the furnace, or you can just burn them off like use your cutting torch and just burn them. You don't send them in the processor, and you don't send them down there because there's no value to them. It's illegal. You can't possess it. So they have to destroy it. And if it's attached to something, if the node is attached to something that you put in either of these places, then you don't get the value for the item that you put in there because it has no value. So in other words, they have to destroy the whole piece that you put in there just because it had that attached. So you want to get rid of those nodes and get rid of them before you recycle stuff. So it's a little bit of an extra challenge in this type of ship. But I enjoy the challenge. It gives you like some extra lore to the game, you know, kind of gives you a little extra story. Because you find these old pieces of equipment around that have like, they have some recordings on them. So those recordings have, audio. So it kind of gives you this little story or, something like that. So I think these, they call them ghost ships, but they're basically abandoned ships that were abandoned and found. And so they send them here to get recycled. But they also come with problems, which is those AI nodes, which are illegal. But take them off and you're good. I have to just basically cut these pieces off because they are valuable. They're like worth $3,000, but the pieces that they hold are worth $5,000 to $10,000. So you tend to get more money if you can just take them apart. But I don't take them all off. I try to be strategic about it and just take off what I need. But trying to free up this area here doesn't seem to be working though. So it's kind of a puzzle, what can you take off? What can you destroy? What's stuck to it? Something is stuck to it. So we go here and figure out what's stuck. I guess the door is shut. That needs to be fixed. Cut the door, right? So let's get rid of those things. They go in here. Get the doors in there. Okay, so this should free up this. Why is it not freed up? This should be a independent piece now. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, fine. Let's go out and just take apart some more. About the only thing you can do is you can just try to take off pieces at a time and see, it could be this piece that's holding it, which is kind of a bug in the game, because it's not attached, obviously, but to get around the bug, you have to recycle more. Just kind of stupid, but I just work with it. It's not a whole lot of value to these things, so I go ahead and cut them off. And just get rid of them. Bye-bye. Alright. And that opens up this, so we can get rid of these things. Take these little valuable pieces out. Go ahead and cut this door off. Get a bit. Where's my doorbell? Where's my door? Oh, there's. Free now? No. Okay. Well, at some point, you'll become free. See, that's all come apart. Maybe it's that piece. That piece may be holding it on. Oh, yeah, it's probably that. Let me burn that off. Technically, I guess it's touching it, right? I don't know. I don't get it. Let me cut this off. Maybe that's it. Okay. Yes? No. Alright, fine, whatever. That can come out. Into there. That can go in there. This is fabric insulation, some kind of insulation. After a while, you just kind of learn what things are and where they go. So I don't bother to check. But you can check. Like you can see right here, in the green in the middle, it says that goes to the barge. The barge is down there. And that's because it's a computer. It's a computer or a storage device or something like that. This is a piece of fabric, so it goes in the furnace. This right here is a piece of the wall, which is aluminum or something. These things are controls, so those controls get recycled. They go down the barge. It's a light right here. Goes in the barge. That's a light. Lights and computers, they all go down the barge. This is a console. This is a storage bin. Goes down there too. There's a light. So we'll pop it down there. And there you go. Alright, let's cut some more out.
Hey, Cutter. 5 minutes left in this shift.
5 minutes. That still doesn't move. This does. I don't like doing these little tiny pieces. I like to cut them all off at once, but sometimes you just can't. And the way the controls work is I left click and it grabs it. I right click or push down the right mouse button and it draws it toward me. So it like retracts it. And then the middle button pushes it. So that's how that happens. It's all the mouse. It's all mouse. It probably uses controllers, but I have no idea what because I don't use a controller. I never use a controller. Is this thing free yet? No, of course not. There's a light there. See, this is one big piece that's moving. One problem with that is that this piece right here goes in the barge. So what you can do is cook off this place around it that is all furnace. Costs money, but I was able to pull this out. So $7,000 is what it cost me, but I got the money out of that, which is $81,000. So $81,000 versus $7,000. I mean, you can technically you can cut it, but by the time you've cut it and possibly messed it up, you might as well just burn the thing off and forget it. I found it's just easier just to cut it out in one, just burn off the thing around it. Hey, can't escape? No. Get over there. And there's light. And there's a piece of wall, which goes in there. That is a panel. That right there is a computer terminal. And right there is a piece of wall. Right there is a atmospheric control. There's a wall panel. There's a light. There's another control. Another control. Okay, so this thing is free. Clean up this bit a little bit. That's free over there. So I'm just going to tell that to go there. This is still not free. That is just wrong. Okay, I'm going to cut that and and then it'll be free. Alright? Free? Are you free? Go that way. Just go that way, and I don't want to forget about you. You're a nightmare. And it is. Okay. So that means that it can all go in there. And what else? I think I can cut that off. Yep, there's two things here.
Cutter, there's 1 minute left till the end of the shift.
Cut this door off. So let me cut the door. So door to the processor. So that part came off. There you go. Door console. Oh, there's a door console attached to that, and so it cost me $70,000. And I just smacked myself in the head with that. So it damaged my helmet. Helmet damages cost you money, because you have to use repair kits. You get a daily report. Every morning.
Good morning, Shipbreaker.
Good morning.
Please enjoy the
So here's my
following
cost.
inspirational message. Success
Costs
is not
me
the key to happiness.
Money, you know.
Happiness is the key to success.
I don't get charged
If you
interest
love
anymore
what you
because
do,
I'm
you
not
will
in
be
debt.
successful.
So for that day, I harvested $3.4 million worth of stuff. So I easily paid my rent. So let's get back into it. So it's kind of a neat, you know, working guy simulator. You do
Material accepted.
you do have little expenses, like I have to come here and fill up my fuel for my jetpack. I have to buy tethers, you know, a nominal fee for tethers, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, this is going to be a little tricky. That goes down there. This goes into the processor. Is that free? Yeah. Okay, so it goes over here. And what's that? Some kind of panel. Atmospheric processor. Door console. This is a forklift. Forklifts are very heavy. They're valuable. Light. Most people don't even bother with lights. I like it because it makes my OCD happy. But some people don't bother with them. They just throw them away. It's like only $3,000, so in the big grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean a lot. But I like to get everything. I mean, why not, right? It's $3,000 that you didn't have before. So why not? Okay, so that should free this up. Yeah, it does. And what else? Is that free? No. So let's go ahead and free that up. Oh, let's get rid of this door. I like to cut these doors off while they're closed. If you destroy that panel while the door is shut, then you don't get the credit for the door. But you can only get the credit for the door if the door is open. You can only cut the door out if it's open. I mean, if it's shut. So I like to take advantage of it while these doors are shut to go ahead and cut them. You gotta be careful when you first get this ship because everything's pressurized. And cutting into doors is a bad thing because you could cut into an area of the ship that is still pressurized and you're not pressurized. So basically that creates an implosion situation, which is a bad thing. So don't do it. Be careful. Is that a light? Something else. Yeah. So that can come out. These are the pieces. Let's cut that off. I'm sure there's like quick and easy ways to do things, but I like to just slowly take apart the ship, you know? Like just enjoy the process. I mean, you've got a time limit. There's versions of the game, like different difficulty levels, and one difficulty level allows you to not have a time limit. So if you don't like the time limit, that stresses you out, you can turn it off. It's not a big deal. But that's just a different mode of play. And I've already done that mode of play just to like learn everything. So I wanted a little bit of an extra challenge, and a little bit of extra challenge is to deal with a time limit. So at first it was a challenge, but after you get good, and you've got all the tools paid off and everything, it becomes less of a challenge. But then again, you know, it's part of the game, you know. So I've already done it. So no big deal. Alright. Actually, there's a little piece up here that has to be cut. There it is. So it cuts that out. And this should come out. I can go ahead and cut these pieces off. Once you get the furniture out of a room, you can typically cut these things without too much of a problem. But you gotta be careful if there's still furniture in there, that you might cut through the furniture. So you lose the value of the chair or the table or whatever. So you want to be careful when you're cutting through these walls that you don't cut all the way through the wall and the furniture. So it's just something to be aware of. Once you've emptied a room, it's no big deal. But if you haven't emptied the room, go empty it. Or try to cut at an angle like this so that the beam doesn't intersect any furniture. It can't intersect furniture. Like there's no furniture this way, so I go ahead and cut this, and then it cuts the one behind it. And then I can cut this one here. That way there's no damage to the internal furniture. He's free? Yeah, this one's free. Okay. Cool. Get in there. That one's free. Get in there. This stuff is all free. That's free. That's good. That's free. Some of these walls come apart. So that's 2 walls, but I'll go ahead and send them in. It's also 2 walls. And there's my other door. This is the wall. Get in there. Okay. This is a forklift track, I think. So I'll get rid of it. There's a forklift. Get another piece of wall. Another piece of wall. Door console. Light. I like trying to get all the lights, you know. Sometimes you forget them. Burn that off. And burn this off. Maybe that will all come apart. Hopefully. Yes. That's good. This piece here is a air filter, so it goes in the barge. So I'm going to go ahead and burn off the outer ring of it. As we talked about before, it cost me $7,000, but it gave me this piece that I can easily send to the barge and get, what, 80,000? I think it was. Yeah, 81,000. So definitely worth it. And now I can free this up. Should be a free piece, yeah. Okay. Get rid of it. Next.
Cutter? Got about 5 minutes left till you're done for the day.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut these pieces up. I think this game's about $20, $19, something like that. Visually, it's very pretty, you know. It's Windows only, so I play it using. Oh wait, you gotta be careful what's behind you, or what's behind the item you're cutting. It looked like this might have been behind it, so I was just trying to be careful. And that is the reactor. Sometimes I do the reactor first, but I'm going to do it last. Either way, you want to do it special, so be very careful. Be very careful when you do the reactor. This tool overheats easy, so that's the reason it gives you a warning beep so that you don't overheat it. If you overheat it, you can be burned. It kind of explodes and burns you. I can typically burn 2 things off pretty easy, but I can't burn a 3rd thing off. Well, I can burn a 3rd thing off, but just barely. So I try to just get 2 things at a time. Like I can go ahead and burn through this one, and then just keep firing, and it burns through the second one. And if this 3rd was easy to get, I'll go ahead and run through it, and I can typically do that without overheating. Then it needs to cool. So now that it's had a second to cool, I can get more. There we go. Salvage destroying. Salvage destroying. Always complaining. Turn that off. Turn this off. And get the thing behind it too. Just there. Turn that off. Here's some more. So I'll get them in line here. Burn that off. Keep firing. And burn the second thing off. Get the curve open. So that piece is actually free. Go ahead and burn this off. I don't have to take all these pieces off. I mean, you can take them apart piece at a time. Kind of be more strategic in it, but sometimes you just end up wasting all that time, you know, like easier just to just cut things up, you know. It's not a big deal. I mean, yeah, I could have left that attached to something else, but I'm like, yeah, just get rid of it. Like I probably could have left these two things attached, but I don't care. Just go ahead and get rid of it. That way I know that each piece is separate and I'm taking care of each little piece. And it doesn't get away from me, you know. Like, I can make sure I'm getting the right piece. And I don't hit other things. Like, I could have hit that. So you gotta carefully remove that. I'm gonna knock that in there. And this piece over here, see, it could hit stuff, so I kind of just take it apart real simple. Right over there.
Not much time left, Cutter. 1
Piece
minute
goes
to
there
go.
too. Okay. So, how about this? No, it can't come off yet. I'm getting my timing warnings, so I'll go ahead and just cut this off. Go ahead and get this. Takes care of that. Takes care of that. Takes care of that. There's that too. This is a go. That's a go. These little chunks. I don't like these panels because they come apart in kind of a weird way. Gotta be careful with some of them too, because they could have a door panel on them, which is $70,000. So when you recycle that $1,000 item, you could destroy the $70,000 item. No bueno.
Hello, Shipbreaker. This is your morning wake-up call.
Let's just get back to work. Don't care about the report. Not much left. Let me see if I can take care of this stuff. The reactor is almost ready to be exposed and gotten. See it down there. I'm just trying to be ginger about it. Take care of it when I feel like it's, you know, I can comfortably take care of it instead of it being a rush. That. Let's get this thing down there. Is that a light? It sure is. Forklift, man. For some reason, they're worth a lot. Look at that. Get in there. What was that? Something there? No. Okay. Where was I? This thing needs to go. I admit that there are more efficient ways of taking apart a ship, but they're not enjoyable. At least not for me. I enjoy just taking my time. No sweat. I'm still making money. And I can enjoy the process. As opposed to like being in some kind of competition. So, I see a light there. That light, and I also see that console. of that console. Alright, okay, I need to get more strategic here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this thing. Cut these pieces out. Getting close to the reactor here. So, gotta be a little more ginger with how I take apart some of these things. These are little annoying pieces. Go ahead and take care of them. That's free. And I think I got rid of the... Quick look at both sides. Yeah, okay, I got rid of the door panel. I destroyed a door. That door is a lot less expensive than a door panel. So that's okay. Alright, so this big monster, what is it? Okay. Go ahead and cut this off. These things will come free. What's that? I don't think there's a door panel on that, but oh well. Too late now. And there wasn't, so that's good. Try to get rid of those door panels as quick as possible, because they're valuable. And once I get rid of them, I don't have to worry about it anymore. This piece is going to be annoying, because I can't drag it easily any place. Alright, so let's cut that piece off. Grab this piece. Where am I going? No, no. Okay, it's yanking the whole thing down there because it caught one piece of it. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, basically took the whole rest of the ship and shoved it into the barge, which is not what you want to do. So you can rescue it. You can come down here and you can yank this stuff back up, but it requires a lot of work. So I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice this and get rid of it. I'm not sure if there's any left value on it. I don't think so, so I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way. Now I'm going to take this part and try to pull it out with some tethers, because you have to overcome the barge, and the barge has a pull to it. So if you can overcome the pull, then it will come out. Okay, it did. This part here is the reactor. So it's surrounded by these pieces, and these pieces need to go up there. So I'm going to try to set them up there. That should free up the reactor, and the reactor is already in the barge, so it's completely safe. Oops. Broke up. And I need to just cut this off. Well, let's go ahead and disable the... You have to disable the control unit here by yanking these things out. This is the coolant. off. Should free it up. Okay, so now I gotta. This stuff goes up here. This goes up there. That goes up there. That goes up there.
Caution. No tethers remaining.
No tethers remaining. Let's see if I can get through these things, go in the right direction. You can't do this with a processor. Like once you throw something in the processor, it is gone. Once you throw something in the furnace, it's gone. But the barge, you can actually pull things out. So hopefully that will take care of it. This is very heavy, so it's having trouble pulling it in. Sometimes it helps if you can cut it. But it'd be nice if I didn't have to cut it.
Caution. Out of tethers.
Yeah, not tethers. I lose value if I cut it, so try not to cut it.
Welcome to Vintage 9000.
So I'm going to go ahead and disable that. Pull that in. Maybe that will work. Of course, it might hook on that, which it just did. Yeah. So that's a problem. I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Okay, stop moving. Stop. Stop.
5 minutes left, Cutter. All good?
Stop moving. Okay. So this thing can come here. This can go in here. This is being a problem. Okay. So let's cut that. I should be able to go here. There we go. All right. Now, what is left? These things. Piece up here. Okay. All this stuff. All right. Some of this stuff is furnace. I think most of it's furnace, actually, isn't it? Maybe not. I think all this is furnace. Furnace. Okay, so we're gonna send it all to furnace. It's part 2. I think it's all furnace. That's processor. Okay. we're about done. Let's use the scanner and look for any little bibs and bobs, whatever they call them. There's a piece. Piece of pipe. There. Looks like there's some little pieces here. Could be lights. Yeah, they're lights. What that is? It's a light. Okay. What's that? A light. Okay. What's that? A metal structure. Alright. So, what else? Some pieces over here. Let's go up there. What is that? What is that? Piece of metal. Alright. I think we got it all. Got all we can get.
Almost done, Cutter. 1 minute left.
I don't need it. I'm done. Go ahead and top off my fuel.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
And end my shift. So some things get destroyed. I lost a door, a piece of pipe. I destroyed a coolant canister accidentally. I think I threw that in the wrong place. That's about it, I guess. I wish I told you how much that cost. But here's all the things I did get correct in that shift. So $7.5 million worth of stuff for that shift. You can see right here, this is how much I did in the shift. So it means I earned these 2 rewards. And these rewards don't make any more sense because I've already spent all my rewards, and so I'm just accruing these rewards with, I've bought everything, so there's nothing I can spend them on. So I just keep accruing them. And I got a free repair kit. So that's it. I'm done with that ship. So at this point, we pick another ship.
Hello, Shipbreaker 9346-52.
Here's basically my daily cost. $85,000. But I earned $7.5 million.
Fanning the tiny sparks of effort into flames of profitability.
Oh, I forgot. Let's go to the terminal because I picked up a helmet. The helmets have audio recordings inside them. So you can listen to them. You can try to recover them, and then you can listen to them. So this one had an audio log attached. And if you listen to it,
Hey, Ms. Sorensen, I don't
it's
know
got a little story.
Me, but this is Dominic, Dom from Southwind Motors Repair Shop in Mars Village. You brought your Prater into the old man to fix about 6 months ago, and I was the big guy who fixed the bike for you. Hope it's running well. I know this is unusual, me calling like this, but, gosh, I don't know how to say it. You mentioned you collected these things, and you told the old man that the Lily Blue model was hard to come by. And you was right about that, boy, was you? But, well, the old man, I don't really know what to say. He passed not too long ago, and, he left the shop to me, if you could believe it. I got no eye for business, though. I just fix bikes. Well, shortly before he passed, the old man found a Lily Blue Prater X800. It was a little beat up, but he figured since you were such a good customer, he'd give you the chance to make an offer on it. Anyways, I got it looking all brand new and all. I think he wanted you to have it, though. Since he said you was a big business type, Miss Sorensen, I was wondering if you could maybe help me figure out how to keep the shop going, and in exchange I'd trade you with a bike. God, I probably sound so stupid.
Here's the other one. I think I've gotten that one before, so I think they're repeating now. 2 of 3. Oh, I've been missing 2 of 3. Yay!
Phonotext reading, The Stellar Commission, Part 2.
It wasn't until 2283, during the wake of the AI revolution, that the Stellar Commission found the grit we deserved from them for so long. It is here where we can chalk up a clear win. Advanced AI systems were on the rise, decimating work opportunities for hundreds of millions across the solar system, and causing unimaginable human suffering. Of course, large corporations, as always, had nothing more in mind than profit, and were further spurred by their public image as the drivers of human advancement. However, finally finding their voice and the right tools to enact and enforce policy, the Stellar Commission, in an enormous pushback against corporate power, outlined new regulations around artificial intelligence, practically outlawing its use in order to safeguard human jobs. Better late than never, am I right? The corporate conglomerates have had simmering resentment ever since this moment of heavy regulation and strict enforcement. Today they are looking towards the Jupiter frontier, where once again, the Commission's reach and oversight is sparse. And so the cycle repeats. As a species, our greatest flaw seems to be to never learn from history, and that there's some among us who would gladly grind their fellow humans into a pulp for $1. It appears we are doomed to repeat the mistakes of our past, time and time again.
So that's how it goes. You get these little pieces off, and they're just story. At any point now, since I've already paid off my balance, I can terminate my contract. It causes an in-game event. Basically, I watch a little movie, and it ends the game. So I'm not ready to do that yet. So I'll just continue playing. I mean, I can restart the game, but if I restarted the game, then it would I'd start with 0. I'd start back in debt, and all that. So, but I like just taking apart ships. So, because of that, I can do as much of that as I want. So I'm done with this ship. As you can see, it's completely salvaged. I lost that much. So let's look for another ship. And you can do any of these ships you want, but I like these because they're recovered. Like, it doesn't know anything about it because it just found this ship floating out in space. So it's a little more dangerous. And you get those little story pieces. More of those little story pieces. So I like doing these. There's only one available right now. So I'll go ahead and take it. So it clears out that ship, what was left of it, and puts this ship in my bay. And then gives me an opportunity to do it now. Here we go. So it's a different ship, different style, different model. There's only a handful of models of ships, so there's not like there's a huge variety. But there's enough variety. That's an antenna. I'd like to go ahead and just salvage it quickly, because that nearly pays, well, it pays for over half of my rent just by that right there. So, not too shabby. I like to get that one done quick so that I can pay my rent. Beyond that, I can just throw a couple more pieces in, and my rent is paid. So now I can spend most of this first shift going through and like doing some prep work, like just doing a little bit of prep, And by prep work, I mean kind of like locate these nodes, those right there. So those nodes have to be destroyed. So looks like there's 3 in here. So there's 3 in here. Let me go through and collect these little collectibles. And there's a node right there. So I need to get rid of that. That's not working, so I'll just pull that in here. Hey, if I can. So what else? I'd like to go ahead and come back here and turn off the fuel system. So makes it less dangerous. Turns off the fuel system. So now it's less dangerous around here. That's good. Otherwise it could explode. There's some extra fuel. So when I need fuel later, I can take that. And this right here is a pressure atmospheric regulator. So if I go ahead and activate it, depressurizes the ship. And now I can go ahead and cut holes in it. So I do. Go ahead and cut the floor out. There we go. So now it's impossible to pressurize this area. And I do that because the AI could turn that back on, and then I would be pressurized again. So that's the reason I like to take care of it quickly, because if it gets repressurized, then it becomes dangerous again. So I like to take care of it because I don't want the AI to kill me. Right? Scan these real quick, make sure they don't have nodes on them. See nodes, so I'll go ahead and recycle them. Both go to the processor. Okay. Get rid of that. Water bottle. Don't drink any of the fluids or the water or food because you don't know where it's been. So if you got like Coke bottles or whatever, just go ahead and recycle them. I'm gonna go ahead and take the roof off too. Lights. Almost lost it. Okay, so that's free. Shows no nodes on it. Get rid of it. About it, I can do easily. It's right here, it goes in the furnace. Which is tricky because all the other roof parts go into the processor. That one part is shaped a little differently, and it's a different material. What? I'm not sure why I did that, but oh well. So let's go ahead and take care of these. The way you take care of these is you can get the value of this but you have to cut off that node first. So what I like to do is line myself up so that there's no way I can hit that, and then cut it off. That way I can process it. This is good too. So go ahead and do that. And I'll do the floor here. This one's okay too. Looks like it. So go ahead and process that. Grab these lights. Pull that floor off. Takes a computer down with it too because it's attached. But I like to get them both out of the way. Down here, scan them real quick, and then separate them. See an AI node in that. That one has one though. Okay, make sure it's still. Yep, there it is. So get like this. Go ahead and cut it off. This thing is highly flammable, that's why I try to be careful. Go ahead and take the thruster out. Piece comes down here, goes into the processor. This piece goes down here into the barge. If you can get it to come down here. Fine. Cut off the rope. Good. Cycle that. And then pull my thruster out. And hook it to the barge. These are radiation covers. They cover the radiation filters, and these are highly radioactive.
5 minutes left in the shift, Cutter, okay?
But you want to cut them out that way.
Okay.
And then carefully move them to the barge. If you're moving around and smack into anything, it causes radiation to be released. So if I took it and I smacked it around and bumped into things, it would cause radiation to leak. And then I couldn't go through that area. So that little spot in the air becomes contaminated. And I'm no longer able to go through it without getting contaminated myself. Although I could clean it up by opening up a coolant canister and moving it around the area and it kind of cleans up the radiation. But that's a lot of trouble. Best to just prevent an accident by just not doing it in the first place. Okay, so the other side of it can come out too. One of them has another side, the other one doesn't. I don't know what makes the difference, but some of these are already used, like this one's used, so it's empty, although it still has fumes. So it will still explode, but it doesn't have any fuel in it. But the ones that have fuel in them will say pick up, and then you can pick them up. And if you pick them up, it will give you all of their fuel. So it'll refill your fuel bar. And if you refill your fuel bar that way, then you don't have to go back to the kiosk and buy more fuel. That's the reason I save until last, and that way I refill my fuel when I need it. Like if my shift's over. I have to look for red things down there, because red things can't be recycled. Sometimes those things have a AI device on them, like hidden on the back of them. Whoops, smacked myself in the head with that one. Alright. This glass needs to come out, and the best way I've found to come to terms with this glass is to cut the bottom off, cut the top off, and then line up with the middle as best you can, and then cut the sides off. And you can take it out in one big piece. And it's very valuable. It's space glass. $60,000.
Alright, Cutter. Time to wrap it up, okay? 1 minute left.
I'm going to go ahead and spend my last minute cutting through these cut points. I lost a soft crate. I wonder why. One of them must have had one of those things on it. Oh, my mic is broken. Like you can't hear me at all?
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Your allocated shift time will be commencing shortly.
Hello? How about that? That should help a lot. Well, you're probably already gone. Thanks for the feedback. Soft crate, yeah. I guess that was it. That soft crate was had one of those AIs on it. That's probably what happened.
Airlock pressurizing.
Take care of this stuff. Stop it. Oh, I didn't get those off. Alright. I didn't get them all. I think those bugs can live on this material, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it in there without checking. I don't think the AI is able to do that, to go onto these little sections because they're too flimsy. So I'll just sacrifice those, get rid of them. Should be okay. And how about that?
Soluble object process.
That's better. Okay. Boom. And finally. Okay. Alright. So, what's missing here? Okay. So I don't know if the insides of these side panels are, I don't know if they're pressurized or not. So I'm gonna take a chance here, and if they are pressurized, it should maybe explode this out that way, I think. And it didn't, so I guess they weren't. That's good. So now this thing can move. And I'll go ahead and have it come up here. And then go ahead and try to clean this up. And the way that this works is you have to come in here and turn this fuel valve off. And that makes this safer. So now you can cut through all these fuel pipe things, and they all come off. Yay! Gotta be careful with that one. It's right next to that fuel canister. Don't set yourself on fire. These things just are so heavy that I have to pull them out that way. And then once they're out, I cut it off and I pull them down that way. So that gets rid of that. Now I have to do the valve on this side. Turns that off.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
this out so that I can get this piece out. Go ahead and do the same thing with this. There you go. These engines are valuable, so let's just get rid of them. Anything that you can just go ahead and get rid of, just do, because that way it won't get destroyed later if you accidentally cut it or something like that. So just go ahead and get rid of it, right? Just unload it. Something's easy, just do it. It's easy to get rid of quickly, just do it. I'm gonna make this my last shift. So if this shift ends, I'm gonna go ahead and stop streaming. Stop. So I don't think there are any nodes on this. There's a node up there. I don't think that this is connected. So I'll go ahead and yank that off. I don't like all these pipes, so I just go ahead and tell them to go to. That way I don't mess with them. Get out of here. Alright. So I can get rid of this by cutting that. I'll cut the next one too. So now this one should be able to go. I don't think there's any nodes on that. Nope. Okay. So still need to do some cutting here. Let's clear all those. Okay. Okay. Like, be careful I didn't hit you in the face. Didn't this time, but that's good. Alright, so let me out of here. Should go. Oh, no nodes. There's that. This, I don't see any nodes on, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. Send it down there. That is not pressurized, so go ahead and cut it off. One more and it should be free, which is right here. That should do it.
Hey, Cutter, you've got 5 25 minutes left in the shift. Hope you're having fun.
Stop. Need you to stay still. Cut that off.
AI presence removed.
Cut that off. Cut that out.
AI node destroyed.
Should be everything.
Processing
Right.
valuable deposit.
So,
Credits transferred.
if you're still here, Dizzy, tell me if that helped.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
I made an adjustment on the mic. Did it help? Yes, no? If you're still here? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate the help. I don't know how I sound like, unfortunately. I don't have like a test stream. Not quite sure how to do that yet. I think in 2 computer setups, it's a lot easier to manage that, but I only have a 1 computer setup right now.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Object accepted. Credits deposited.
Alright, so this is going pretty well. Things coming apart pretty good. It's a smaller ship, so it doesn't take nearly as long as that last one. But you earn less money. That last ship was a good $40,000 ship. This one was only like $13,000. So it's not quite as much money for your time, you know, but you can generally knock it out in a couple of shifts, maybe 2 or 3 shifts.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
So they're easy, you know, no big deal. Hope I didn't have a bug on it.
Project process. Credits deposited.
I had a piece of glass on it, is all. Which, you know, I can't get those little tiny pieces of glass. That's just too bad. Okay, so is there anything? Oh, I see it right there. So just send that over there. I'm done with it. The best way to get rid of this is to do it this way. Same as the soft crates. Just burn it off from an angle.
AI node terminated. 1 minute left, Cutter. Start finishing things up. All right?
I could probably rush it, and I could shove all of this into the furnace.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Or the processor, depending on which one had more value. But there's no point.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
I have no reason to like hurry. So I go ahead and take it apart like it's supposed to be taken apart.
Processing valuable deposit. Credit transferred.
do you think? One more shift? Hold up. Maybe one more shift.
Hello, Shipbreaker 9346-52.
I might as well go ahead and wrap
Lynx
up this
would like
shift.
to share the
It'll be
following
a short shift.
inspirational message. Some people dream of great salvage, while other people get up every morning and make it happen.
Let's get back in here. Check my repair kits. Okay, I need 3 repair kits. I always try to keep 5.
Welcome to Venditron 9000.
I think I saw some over there.
Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase.
Buy enough. I always use them anyway, so it's not a big deal. What's this? Oh yeah. That little piece of whatever it was.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Let's go ahead and take this side out. Keep working on where I was. These should be free.
Salvage
So
registered.
she's
Transferring
speaking
credits.
normally, so that means that my
Tether supplies
AIs are done. Didn't get that. Grab that off. Very
Processing
good.
object. Applying credits to account.
Two tethers left, so
Salvage
let's
deposit confirmed. Applying credits.
take that. That's not free. Oh. That'll be the last one.
Caution. Tethers depleted.
I'm gonna take care of that.
Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated. Deposit accepted for processing.
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Tethers restored.
For a minimal fee. Okay, back to it. I think this is ready. Come on, since. Nope. Okay, now it is. Right. You can take that with you. And you can take that with you. This can go next. And feel free to take that with you. Feel free to take that with you too. Okay, so I need to cut this piece out now. Same as on the other ships.
Processor deposit accepted.
It's the radiation.
Credits awarded.
So I just go ahead and burn these little sections off so that it frees it. And there's on the other side too. There's another radiation. What do you call these? Radiation containment? Okay. There's one more thing over here. 2 more things actually. One here. Here. Okay, this should be free. If you click on it like this and it kind of wiggles and it shows a blue outline, then that means it's free. Usually takes 2 tethers to get that thing moving because it's so heavy. Last piece should be here. It's good.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Let's So these are like $300 and something thousand each. So I don't mind cutting them out. Spending a little money cutting them out. Before I forget, there's these little bibs and bobs. This I take off last because
Salvage secured.
it's got electricity
Count
thrown through it.
applied.
It's a junction box, so it has electricity. This I don't need because I'm not hurt. But I go ahead and pick it up.
Valuable object accepted for
This will refill our
Final
fuel.
salvage goal reached. All rewards allocated.
So this is that repair kit. Yeah, there's another cluster full. But this one I don't need yet, so I will just take it over here, kind of put it out of the way. So kind of put it all the way back to the pad. And I think that wraps this up. So that goes into furnace, that goes in the furnace. Those are all furnace parts. There's no air filters or anything. So should be good. Quick scans. Yep, they're good.
Raw material accepted.
So that should be it. Let me just scan around. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Sometimes, oh yeah, see, sometimes I put stuff up there and then I forget about it. So when I do that final scan, it reminds me. So here it is. Let's get this thing in here. It's a heavy beast, so I wanted two. And that should be it. That should take up that last little bit that we're missing. Okay.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Alright. Look for any bits and pieces left. Negative. Okay, so here is that fuel canister. I'll just take it home with me. You can't do anything with it. It's just my thing. I like to put it right here by the door. And yeah, it's stupid, but that's what I do. I like to refill my fuel and then turn and go into the hab. I know it's stupid, but that's what I do. So $2.6 million. I finished up that entire ship. And that's it. Done with that ship. So now I pick a new ship. But I think I'm going to go ahead and
Hello, Shipbreaker. Overnight
I'm
genetic
switch
backup
and do some
complete.
Minecraft. So,
Pattern deviation nominal.
hey, I'm a
Have a
frog.
good day.
Are you still on the server? If you're on the server, I'll see you in a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and close this stream and then change to a new one. And I'm going to call it Minecraft Server Play with friends. How about that? And I'm going to change it to Minecraft. And that's about it. Done. So I'm going to stop it.